Test, test, test. Hey people, welcome to the channel and welcome to this video where I'll be going through the process that I generally take to install Netbeans onto my Linux computer. For those of you who are familiar with using Netbeans but just want to install Netbeans, which is it's not something that we generally do often. We get Netbeans running and then it can be running for the next 1 year, 2 years or whatever before we actually need to install it again. So by all means skip ahead and get stuck in to installing that there. I want to explain what Netbeans is and why I'm creating this video. This video is not all about Netbeans, but it's also about my process and trying to come up with some sort of routine in developing content to post for you guys. This is my first time that I've talked live on camera on YouTube, and it'll be my first time doing a screencast, which actually is already done. I'm recording this here after I've actually done the content, so yeah, I'm going a bit backwards here. So I'll be doing that, and I've learned a few things. Turn off all phones in the area, make sure they don't make noise or buzz or vibrate or whatever. I've turned off my dehumidifier out there in the hallway. TV's off. I have discovered I've got a bit of a squeaky chair. I've got to do something about that. And yeah, so this video is about that also. Now, for those of you wondering what is Netbeans, well, I started using Netbeans in the early days, many years ago, easily more than 10 years ago. And Netbeans was and still is a tool to help streamline the process of menial tasks while you're actually developing your software application. When I say software application, this can be things like WhatsApp or Instagram or even an email application or a photo gallery. Somebody somewhere in the world, whether a single person or a group or team of people, they've actually sat down and banged away at a keyboard and built all these apps that we know and love. And when I started building applications using the Java language back in the day, I basically learned, I had Java installed on the hard drive somewhere in the computer there, and I basically used the command line and Notepad. Even today, you can still use the command line and Notepad to develop your Java applications, but an IDE such as Netbeans will just help you streamline those repetitive and menial tasks. So I think we'll leave it there. That's enough chit chat. Let's get straight into the video. Kia ora. Welcome to the channel where today I'll be installing Netbeans onto my computer. My computer is running a Linux operating system. I'm running Ubuntu. Let me quickly show you the system that I've got here. Here we go, and I'll pull up some more data. Okay, you might like to hit pause there because I'm going to close those right now. Okay, so that's my computer system. These procedures should work in something like Linux Mint and its various releases. Now, Netbeans. Let's go and download it. We want the latest version, of course. LTS, long-term support. You know, by the time you see this video, there could be, you know, Netbeans 13, 14, 15, whatever. Just find your latest version, okay, and download. Now I suggest you go for the installer as opposed to these, because these are going to require a lot more work. They have their advantages, but at the end of the day we just want to install Netbeans. So I'm on a Linux computer, 64-bit computer here. That's Windows. We don't want that. Well, I don't want that. So Netbeans, Linux, and it's asking me to choose a mirror site for downloading. I'm going to choose the one at the top. And it's showing me the contents rather than actually downloading. If you're on Firefox or another browser other than Chrome, which is what I'm using, that may have just downloaded for you. But for me, I'm going to need to go right click, save link as, and I'm going to save that to there. I've downloaded and installed Ubuntu to run on my computer here. I'm pretty sure from memory that there was no Java system installed by default at that time. Now Netbeans will need Java in order to run because it requires a virtual machine, a Java virtual machine. So just trying to install and run Netbeans without that is simply not going to work. So while that's downloading, let's do some homework on Java. Okay, now we'll pull up a terminal or console, and so if you've downloaded something like Linux Mint Mate or any of those other systems, typically you can just pop up your terminal, console, whatever you call it, and type Java dash version, and it'll either find it or it won't find it. Now as you can see, mine hasn't found it, and that's fine by me. If you do have it, yes, you can use it as it is, but for me, I like to choose first I like to choose the version, the vendor, because different vendors have different licenses, and I also like to choose where I install it within my computer system. So I'm going to ignore all those commands and techniques to install that, and I'm just happy it's just not there right now. But if you do punch in this command, that one, and it is found, what you can do to remove that, probably will work on your system, is enter this line here. Let me grab this off my other screen. Yeah, because generally Linux distribution, if it's going to come with a Java system in there, it's probably going to come from OpenJDK vendor as opposed to Oracle. So by punching in this command, should remove that password. Now I don't have anything anyway, so it's not going to matter. 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed, 0 to remove, and 0 upgraded. So yeah, punch in that command and that should remove your copy of OpenJDK. Right, let's close that. Are we still downloading? Okay, Netbeans has finished downloading. Let's go to the folder. There it is. There. That one. Now SH tells me that's an install script. It's a script, and typically scripts, executable scripts, will not actually execute until it's made to be executable. It's a security measure. So what we got to do is do a right click, properties, and just have a look at that. Yeah, so is executable. It's not checked. Let's just verify that. Yo. Oh, sorry. Telephone. Let's carry on. So we're going to verify that this will not actually launch because it is not executable. So run in console, and we get some kind of error, which is all good. It's all good with me. That's what we expect. And so if I right click on that and hit properties, permissions, is executable, click OK. Now if we right click and run in console, it should actually execute, but as I said, I don't have any Java on my system, so regardless, it's going to fail again. Okay, so you can see it was actually searching for Java and wasn't found, and therefore it was basically aborted. Now it's telling me to go to this website to get Java. Open link. Yep. Yeah, so that's telling us that we can go to this website to get Java. Now I can see straight away that that's the vendor for this Java is Oracle, and while they are the sort of main go-to place for Java, I prefer to go with a different vendor, and so I'm not going to download anything from here. We're going to go to OpenJDK. I want the open source version with the license to go with it. Okay, so here I am. Here, Netbeans won't install without it, so we need this. Download and install. We want the latest version, 7. JDK 9 and later. Okay, let's click that. And ready for use. Early access versions. We could go for these, but if this is ready, then these probably means they're not ready, so let's go for that. and we're running Linux, so we're going to go for this one, I guess, Linux 64-bit, and let's save that somewhere. Open JDK 14. This is just a download, so once this is downloaded, it's going to be in a compressed form. We're going to need to extract that file and put its contents to a location of our choice. Let's hit OK, and let's save that. That could take a while, couple of minutes. Right, let's go to our JDK that we downloaded. Go to the folder, and that's the file downloaded. Right click and extract to, and find somewhere to extract it to. It can be anywhere of your choice. I've got various versions in my system here, so let's open JDK. You can see I've got some Oracle versions in there. Okay, now what are we? It's 14.0.2, so let's make a folder here. JDK-14.0.2. Okay, and let's extract. Here we go, down here, extracting. Cool. Now we should be able to see that in here now. 14.02. There it is. Great. Now, okay, so that's installed, but you will find that Netbeans will still not install, even though we have Java, and I'll explain why in a minute. Let's just prove that so you know. See, it still can't find Java, so what you've got to do is tell the system where Java actually is, so that Java can be found system-wide across your system. And so just going back again, remember the command Java. So not even that can actually find it. So what we have to do is we have to load up a file in a text editor. I have the command over here on my other screen. Let's paste it here. Enter your password. So this is a file we need to add a couple of lines, and those lines are, I'm going to paste them here for you, these two lines, which is basically that line and that line. These lines here with got the hash before them are just comments, which the system will ignore. Okay, so what we need to do is tell the system where our Java is, and we need to paste that into here. So let's go to our Java that we downloaded and installed. Where is that? okay, which is there, and we want to get the path for that. Let's copy all of that and paste it here. Okay, now we need to remove this last hash here. We need to remove that, and that's pretty much it. That will tell the system where Java is located, the Java that we wish to use. If we want to go to Oracle or any other vendors, we can easily put them into a folder and then tell our system by using this technique to do that. Now we need to save that. Now there is a command so this will take effect without turning the computer off and on, but to be honest, I don't know what that command actually is. I do have a command on my notes here, but it doesn't seem to work. But I do know that rebooting the computer is going to solve that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to close everything down and reboot the computer. And I'll see you soon. So we now should be able to come here and type Java-version, and we should have a favorable response. Great. So you can see here that Java is found and all is looking good. So now we have Java installed. It's of the version that we chose, the vendor that we chose, and we've saved it and extracted it to a location of our choice. We can now go back to Netbeans and open that in the console or terminal, and we should see success in the installation of that. So let's go back to there. Okay, where are you? Downloads, Netbeans, installers. That's the script there. Okay, right click, open in console. With a bit of luck, we'll have success. There you go. See what we can customize. We'll have all of that, so that's fine. Next. And of course we're going to agree, otherwise we won't be able to use it after all that work. Next. And that's just showing the location of Java, which is fine. And it's going to store the application here, but I'm going to choose, again, I like to choose where I like things put. So let's do that. I've got an app folder here somewhere. Okay. Oops, dragged the wrong one, didn't I? Create a folder here. So I'm going to install Netbeans in a Netbeans folder. Now I'm probably going to get another folder hanging off that. Let's open that up so we can see apps. That's the folder I just created there. And let's go OK to that. Yeah, so there's going to be another folder coming off here. That's fine. Check for updates, of course. There it is. So I'm happy with that. It means I can install other versions of Netbeans and just put it in extra folders in here without upsetting other versions. So I can, go up and down versions at will without any major reconfiguration. So let's just wait for that. I'll be back. Okay. Oh. Setup complete. Cool. Finish. And if we look around, we should see, here we go, Netbeans there on our desktop. And applications, development, Netbeans there. I'm going to right click that and add it to my panel in the, what do you call that, task tree? No, taskbar down here. Cool. So now we have Netbeans installed. Let's prove that it's going to run by clicking that. Here we go. It always takes a little longer the very first time it starts up. Now I have had Netbeans of sorts installed on the system before, so it's very possible you will see some remnants of that fact. Based on the history or recent projects such as there. So that's good. I'm happy with that, and I hope you have success also. Still going here. Okay, so you've got Netbeans installed and you decide, okay, that's all great, it's running with Java version 14 or whatever. I want it to run with a different version. So what can I do about that? What I like to do is go to the Netbeans folder where you installed Netbeans and look for a configuration file. Now I've not done this for some time. Yeah, in the etc file, have a look in here and go properties. No, open with Kate. Kate is just a text editor. I don't know where these people get these names from. And somewhere down the bottom, I believe, is the folder. So you could install many versions of Java, many Java distributions from many different vendors. I just want to pull this up so you can see. So here's all my Java development kits here. I've got OpenJDK here, some Oracle, some versions from Oracle, JDK 8, So all you would do is, say if I wanted to jump to JDK 11, I would go in there, go here, copy this path, and basically just put the new path in place of this one. just be careful about the slashes and the quotes and this sort of thing. You get one thing out and she's not going to work. So that's all you do. Easy as. I'm pretty sure you can actually do this from within the app, but it's like a chicken and egg situation. If you don't, you've got to have Java first to install Netbeans before you can then use Netbeans to make the change, if you know what I'm saying. Which is the reason I like to go straight to this configuration file, make the change there, save it, and that's it, you're done. And another thing is, if you, after all that hard work of installing Netbeans, and you say, okay, well, I don't want that anymore. Again, go to the Netbeans folder, and you basically have to run this script here. I'll just quickly check, just out of interest, if that's already executable. It is. So basically all you need to do is go right click, run in console. I'm not going to click it obviously, and it'll go through a removal or uninstall process, and you're done. Awesome. What else do I need to cover here? I think that'll be it for now. Thanks for joining me on this bit of a journey. It's not something I do over and over, so I generally keep notes of these kind of tasks, because you install Java and you might be using it for the next 6 months, and it's not until 6 months later you want to try another version, so your mind is not continually refreshed on these matters. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you would like to see more videos of this type, please subscribe. Thank you very much.